Hi, and welcome to Future Vision series with myself, Jennifer Taylor from 108 Healing Senses, and my wonderful co-partner and pilot in this, Jacob Rex Ray from, what is your latest tag?
Ray of Light Hypnosis is still in existence.
Perfect.
Corbin and I are working on integrating ourselves together. So more to come on that. But yeah, Ray of Light Hypnosis is my business.
Fab. So we're pre-recording this, and we started to talk about what the intentions were for the session today, and I thought, why not? We'll record. We'll chop out the getting to the destination, because that's the special sauce that that we provide, and you can have that before, the before and after. So everyone and then also gets the experience of what it is like, especially when you're intention setting. So
I like that. Yeah.
As you were saying, Jacob, what would your intentions for today for this session?
Yeah. So I've really had aliens on my mind, extraterrestrials, the government disclosures and sort of the trickle out of information that they've been doing recently. The Steven Spielberg movie that came out, that everyone seems to be talking about. It's gotten a lot of buzz. And my own perceptions of ETs and aliens, and like, who are they and what are they and what are their intentions and how do we fit into the mix, like that's all been like kind of ebbing and flowing as I've been asking my own questions and hearing other people's takes and other people's opinions, because there's so many different ideas of what's truly going on here. And I think, as most things, like, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, but I was really interested in seeing what we can see as far as what is our interaction with, what is the role that ETs play in our future. I know in previous episodes, you and I have journeyed together. We've seen some of this like integration, some of this like reveal happen. And I feel like there's more to the story. I'm curious to see, especially now at this moment, right? Because I feel like a lot's happened. Like, what do we need to know from the future to help us navigate whatever is happening right now, and whatever sort of reveal, disclosure, remembrance is happening? Because I think it is, in a lot of ways, remembrance, because I don't think we as humans are like separate from these other beings. I don't think I don't know. I feel like there's oftentimes like hierarchies that we can place. And even I heard that the movie has some of that hierarchy sort of context in it. And I'm really more of the mind that, like, no, humans, we're a part of the whole picture here, and a big part of it. And we're not like less than or anything like that. So I'm curious to see what comes up, what we see, what we dive into, kind of around that topic, these beings, and who are they and where are they from, and yeah, what do we need to know?
Yeah. I've heard others comment on other people's channels, and they were saying like they felt like they received codes from watching the movie. And I watched it, and I came out of it like, wow, it really is a starseed movie, because that's what it's about. It's about exactly what you said about the remembering. So anything that causes that, it makes you stop and pause and start to feel something more than just what you're used to, is really that's exciting for the masses. So certainly the right time to be having this conversation, and also journeying into the future to see what is in the highest and greatest alignment for us to know right now, to help us with this transition.
Yeah. And I have not seen the movie yet. We almost went to it while we were on vacation, but didn't end up doing that. And so I've heard a little bit, I've read a little bit here and there of people talking about it, but I mostly tried to avoid like spoilers or really detailed recounts of the movie, because I do want to see it eventually. So I am kind of coming at this session a little bit out of the loop on that, which I think is fine. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Because I would be interested to see if there's any parallels or anything that kind of ties those through lines, or is even like similar in a resonance sense. Because I think some of the finer details about like when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, like absolute truth. Again, I think it's a little more nuanced than that. And even like our perceptions as we bring this information through, it's like, are we understanding? Are we seeing it totally clearly? Are we understanding the big picture? And I think to some extent, probably, but also in other ways, no. And it's probably somewhere in the middle. So anyway, rambling, but I'm so interested to see what comes up.
No, it's all fabulous, and it's a great intention to set for the benefit of all. That's why we do this. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through the journey today. So if you get into a nice position, sit back and relax.
I've arrived.
Nice.
As we were coming down, I saw flying ships, cars, vehicles, and believe that I'm in some sort of a city. It's like a golden light that comes from the windows and the street lights and stuff. It's not. There's something different about the light. Like it's not the same light that we use now, but it's like a golden color. Very interesting.
Beautiful. Have you exited your vehicle?
I believe so. I'm trying to get a sense of where I'm at, what I'm seeing. I feel like I'm in that city, but it's I'm in some sort of like courtyard or square or open area. Seems quite open.
And what do you see around you? Are there any people?
No, I get the sense that it's nighttime. I'm not seeing anyone close. I guess as I look around, there are people moving about, but it's quiet.
And do you get a sense as to why you arrived in this time? Is there anything happening in the skies that you are aware of?
I just I started to see my appearance as we were coming down, and at first I like pushed it away, but it just keeps coming back. I'm not in a human body. It's some sort of, I mean, like reptilian is the word that's coming to me. I'm seeing like red scales, sort of like the feet and the hands. Like my feet and my hands are not, they're not claws necessarily, but they're more bony and longer than human fingers. I'm seeing what looks like like a lizard kind of face. It's very interesting. It's like it looks almost like it's one of the Spider-Man movies. They had like a reptilian. It was like a lizard man. It looks like that. It's very strange.
Hmm.
Not sure what's significant about this time. I'm seeing some sort of bright star, almost like a. The sense I'm getting is almost like an eclipse, or there is significance to this moment, but I think it's more energetic than anything.
Hmm. Do you know what planet you were on?
I thought that it was Earth, but now I'm not so sure.
You can ask yourself 3 times if that helps, and just do yes or no quickly without thinking. So, are you on Earth? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, I'll take that as the first.
No, the sky feels different. The air feels different. There is a connection to Earth, though. I'm not sure exactly what it is yet.
A word popped in. I don't know if it resonates or not. Is Stargate.
And I saw that star, that like bright. It after you said that, it showed itself almost like a portal. Interesting. So there is a connection to Earth, dimensionally, interdimensionally.
Mm-hmm. Does this sorry.
I'm seeing it's like you have a string stretched out, and each place is at different ends, and the image that I was shown was that like putting the ends together, and you sort of like wormhole your way. There is a distance, but there is also not a distance. Interesting.
Does this point in time correlate to Earth years?
The number that popped in immediately was 2300s.
Yeah, that's interesting. So that's quite a jump. That's 275 years, approximately. And this Stargate, can you tell us more about this bright, shining star in the sky? And
it's in the sky, but it's not. There's interesting. I'm seeing sort of the ways that something can look 3-dimensional or look like it's a distance away, but you rotate your perspective, and suddenly that 3D object is now a 2-dimensional object. It's like there's a shift in your consciousness that allows you to access that point that might appear far away physically, but is not. I keep seeing crystals as well, as being a part of accessing or activating that portal, that connection point. Something about the crystals on that planet and the crystals on Earth. It's like it's like there's twin is the word that's coming in, or like family. There's like a familial connection between these matrices. There's, because I don't get the sense that this is a portal that can go anywhere. Though I do get a sense that those exist, more of the open-ended portals. But there's something about this place and Earth that connects them in this way.
Yeah.
Not anyone can use the portal, though. It's not meant to be stumbled through. There has to be intention. There needs to be intention and power behind it, both directions.
That's really interesting. Does it have to be the same consciousness on either side in order to have this?
I'm not sure if I understand your question. Can you rephrase?
I suppose more of, in order to use the conscious gateway, thinking about life and experiences as in a multidimensional form that has no time or space, are there constraints on the power and consciousness to travel from one place to another?
There are rules, but not in more in a natural balance of the universe way of rules, less in a authoritarian way of rules. This is about working with the answer to your question is yes, but that it needs to be the same consciousness, but simply because it is the same consciousness. There's oh, interesting. I'm seeing that planet and Earth almost on two sides of like a mirror. And so it's like there's some mirroring that is happening between these places that contributes to this connection, and that is due to the consciousness that is woven into both places. And it is intimately connected, and it's not just these two places. There's more to the web, and it's hard because I'm seeing vast distances, but I'm not. It's like I keep getting the sense that these places are not. It's not. We can only understand so much. There's nuance to the time and space of these places, Earth and this other realm.
Beautiful. Are there any other pieces of information that would like to flow to you about the questions that you intended to receive answers for about disclosure? and remembrance.
It's interesting because I'm seeing my appearance very, very alien, very different. But I'm getting the sense that there are more human appearing beings here. That there's an energetic connection. Oh wow. Okay, so it's the mirroring, the connection, the link between is macro, it is also micro. It's in the DNA, and so that's where the similarity of appearance comes from. It's and we've heard of this before, the DNA connection, and but it's interesting that idea of the macro and the micro, and I'm almost seeing the DNA molecules as planets, and that sort of Men in Black, depiction of, micro worlds within, a tiny little speck. Our understandings of time and space are so limited. And I feel like I'm like just taking the head of a pin and just scratching, like it's barely. And I mean, I do not have the vernacular or the conscious memories to be able to articulate some of this. That's okay.
That is okay. You're doing great.
I do keep seeing, though, I do keep seeing the planet like a round ball moving through like a void space. And the sense that I'm getting is that it's not the depiction of space that we've been told, but there is truth within what has been told. But it's much more complicated. And the truth, we won't know the truth until we're rejoined with a larger aspect of our soul. But there is value in asking the questions and being curious and understanding that we all have some facet of the information to help each of us grow. But it's interesting because I just have so many conscious doubts about space and the reality as it's presented to us, and I'm kind of surprised to see that image given to me. But it also, like, it's such a small fraction of the question. Like it's almost like it feels like getting hung up on semantics. It feels like getting like nitpicking like one little piece and forgetting about like the larger whole. This concept of like, where are they and who are they, and is space real? Are planets real? It's like, of course they are, but they're not what you think, because your perception is so limited by your experience. And your experience is intentional, allowing for the questions and the different realities to exist, different possibilities to be expressed and explored, and different avenues of information to be revealed in time and in place. It's all very fascinating.
Are there any other pieces of information that may help people on their journey for remembrance, for that reconnection, disclosure?
I'm just seeing my appearance in this lifetime, this reptilian being, and I'm not getting any negative energy from him. I'm not getting any malicious intent, or he's very compassionate. There's something about the red of his skin that speaks to his frequency. I feel like it's significant that this was the lifetime I was shown. I feel like it's about leaving the judgment and the fear. And it's not to say that there are not negative beings out there. It's more so saying that there are positive beings out there, and of all types and appearances. The nuance of the universe, of the cosmos, of reality is so vast, and just as our view, our perspective is narrow, our judgments are narrow as well. That's the sense that I'm getting, is just such a narrow black and white. And even some of those who would say they hold a more nuanced position still gravitate towards some of the negative storylines, the negative expressions. And again, there's truth within, but it's not whole truth. It's been twisted. It's been ginned up, is the word that I'm being given. I just feel like there's this real sense of open-heartedness, and a need to set aside the fear. This is not new news. This is not a new message even, but it needs to be repeated because we haven't. And there's still much fear.
Is that there is still fear in the universe, or just where you are, or Earth?
Yes, there's still fear in the universe, but more so speaking of humanity's perspective, more so speaking of the general vibration that many are still at. I'm not sure if it's even a majority anymore, but there is a significant amount of humanity still in fear. Someone needs to hear that.
So the version of you that we met and he sounds like a really cool dude with red skin, like a a different facet, different experience. Does he have any wisdom that he can share with humanity for right now, moving forwards, so they can help themselves?
He's pointing to the well-known fact about lizards or cold-blooded beings, in the fact that they are even more impacted by their environment than we humans are. I feel like his message is really to remind us to be aware of our surroundings, our environment. This is physically, but this is also informationally. And the messages that you allow in, the conversations you have, the information in your mind and around you impacts you. And if you're trying to stay out of fear, you have to address your environment. And there are many who remain plugged in to the fear, intentionally and not, and oftentimes under the guise of research, under the guise of truth. And yet, whose truth is it really? His invitation is to return inwards, to turn inwards, to you have to know where you're at. You have to know your own body temperature in order to know if you should be in the sun or if you should be in the shade. And so I feel like that's his message of return to yourself, make time for that, and that will allow you to recalibrate and reorient your environment, both on a physical and non-physical sense, to that reality that you want. And it's not about ignoring or delusion. It's about choice, free will, intention, and power. And who holds your power to you? It's a question he would ask.
Love it. That's the topic of power has been something I've been feeling recently. So it's interesting that that's also coming through right now. So personal power and not giving it away.
It's easy to do. They make it very easy to do. You make it very easy to do. The collective reality right now, it's very easy, which is why the intention and the willpower is important. And it's not about being perfect or about cutting yourself off. Isolation is not the key. But what's your primary environment? A lizard can survive for short periods of time in extremes, but not long. There has to be that balance. Interesting.
For them being able to survive extremes, is that also part of why they have gotten to the point that they are at, and you've now reached a balanced version of yourself in this form that you're connected to with right now?
I'm seeing a pendulum swinging, and the natural way that when you swing to one extreme, you will swing to the other, and back and back and back. But as you swing, you slowly return to stillness, return to balance, return to center. And this is being this race. It does mirror humanity in the ways that it's explored extremes in a different way, and has certainly led to evolution and growth. Movement back and forth is still movement. It's still experience, or lessons to be learned in those extremes as well. There's value in all. So, yes.
Beautiful. Is there any other information that is flowing to you right now that could help the collective on an individual and or larger scale?
It's interesting. I was shown the concept of you, or perhaps a child looking for its belonging, and it's searching up and down and all around, and it's looking and looking and looking, and just can't find that one thing. And as you often do in human society, you go and ask your mom, where is it? And she finds it immediately. It's right there in front of your face. This concept, I believe, is trying to show the ways that there are going to be people who never see. They never open themselves up to or accept, at least in this lifetime, the reality of beings, experiences, places beyond their immediate physical reality, in the ways that that child did not see their thing. You did not see your object, your belonging, and yet that doesn't mean that it's not there. And I know that there are so many people yearning for a public, widespread, universal disclosure, understanding, realization, remembrance, and I don't know if it's not coming, but certainly there are stages and steps, and individuals need not wait for the collective to catch up, if you will. Mm-hmm. There is a personal choice, a personal invitation, a personal opening, with discernment, with protection, to seeing beyond and inviting more of the multidimensional reality to show itself. And none of us truly understand all aspects of these beings, these places, these energies, these frequencies. We all have facets of the truth, and the more that you are at peace with the collective not being where you are, the more you allow yourself accelerated remembrance, accelerated experience. These beings are not, they are not of this realm. There are beings of this realm, but they're just trying to be, they're just trying to exist here. And so there is more caution with those beings in the reveal, and much more nuance to this discussion, this topic. There's a depth, there's a breadth, there's a interdimensional expression that we can't understand at this time, and that is okay. In the same ways that when you were in first grade, you could not understand the calculus concepts of your senior year. There is a progression, there is a pace, and it's all in good time. It's all there. We all have these memories inside of us, and so it's not about getting something that we don't have. It's about allowing for the unlocking, the unveiling, the expansion into more wholeness. And it is an expansion. It happens in stages and steps, and sometimes jumps and leaps, but turn within, check your own fear, do things like regression or journaling or any number of experiences to help process through that fear.
Yeah.
But trust the timing.
Beautiful. That feels really nice. Very peaceful. Very empowered.
There's a desire for chaos. There's a desire for strife and conflict. These are the patterns playing themselves out, the comfortable. And so understand it will be uncomfortable to shift perception. It will be uncomfortable to switch your perspective. It'll be uncomfortable for you, for those around you, but it is necessary. Life was not meant to be comfortable at all times.
Beautiful. Is there any other information that would like to flow to you now?
Just for whatever reason, I've just been seeing that version of me. I've been seeing his like thigh, which is just like very muscular, and like this sense of like the movements he's able to do, like the dexterity, the flexibility, the speed, and there's just a playfulness too, which the sense he's giving me is that reptilians get a very serious rap, and that is certainly a part of their composure, but it's not the only part. They also exist on a spectrum and have nuance. This felt like more of a lighthearted, interesting.
Love that. Kind of feels like there's the types of positive attributes that you can also have in this life as well: the dexterity, the flexibility, the speed. It doesn't necessarily need to be physical, but just as everything is bridging right here and right now with the physical and the non-physical, it's taking all the best aspects to find your middle ground.
There are many facets to our beings, and physical is only one of them, and a fairly specific part. There's much more, and as you said, it's part of the experiences that both of these places are going through is more of a remembrance of their wholeness, a cultivation of the other aspects of self, both like the different components, like spiritual, emotional, physical, but also I'm seeing like the facets of self, the different lives, the different expressions, and that is also a part of what we're mirroring, what we're going through in similar ways and in different ways. But there's that mirroring that it's just very interesting.
When you were speaking, a question popped in, and it was, is there anything that human Jake can gift or impart his wisdom to his red reptilian multifaceted self, multidimensional self?
Just I'm hung up on multidimensional. He's more aware, but less. It's not. He is more physical than some soul aspects that we've connected with, the higher self, and there are future selves and higher selves that are more collective than he is more individual than that. Anyway, it's just interesting the ways that life can be expressed, that souls can be expressed. But I was getting that sense. What would I like to share with him? I'm sending him some of my memories, some of my experiences in love, with family, with friends, my husband. And it's not that he doesn't have love, but I do get the sense that it's different. There's a different expression of love in that place, in that time. Either better or worse, just different. And so I'm sharing some of the energy of love from this place and this time, which is unique.
Beautiful.
The image that I was just given was from the Grinch, where his heart like grows in, that like X-ray or whatever. And it's not literal, but there is the sense of expansion in this exchange. Thank you for asking that.
I'm so happy you went there. That was wonderful. It's lovely to gift. Gift and exchange the knowledge and wisdom and insight to help
Yes, it is an
Oh,
exchange. It's one of the
mm,
things that people forget in their humanity, partially conditioning, partially trauma, but forgetting that we have value in our experiences, in our gifts, our wisdom, our talent, our knowledge, our power. And there is an exchange always, even when it might not be apparent on the surface, there's always an exchange between soul fragments. And I'm seeing like a triangle. It's like between the soul fragments, but then also with the chills, the higher expression of self, the source aspect of self. It's such a beautiful dance, and it's so much more nuanced and powerful than we can truly grasp. And this happens instinctually, naturally. You don't need to worry about making it happen. That exchange happens naturally, beautifully, perfectly, even if there isn't the conscious exchange in the way that we did today. There's beauty in that as well. Very interesting.
beautiful.
It is.
Mm.
Life is.
Is there anything else that you would like to exchange before we return back to the present moment?
I get the sense we're exchanging respect.
Mm.
There's like I saw like a handshake which turned into a hug. Um, there's there's so much love out there, and the respect, part of what we can do individually is to open ourselves to these sorts of meetings with ourselves, and to respect those parts of us that we may not be as comfortable with, whether that be more negative expressions, whether it just be prejudices from the conscious mind, but setting that aside and practicing that respect within yourself for these other parts of yourself as foundational work for respecting others around you more. If you can't do this for yourself, it will be much harder for those you perceive as other, even when they are not other, when they are a part of you, they are connected to you. There's still that perception, and that can be harder to overcome. So interesting. I think the last piece of advice would be practicing that respect yourself, being curious and open to perhaps those darker lifetimes or those facets of those shadow parts of yourself from other lifetimes, and how can you love and respect the journey that facet of you went on, is going on, will go on.
Beautifully said.
Mm.
Mm. You let me know when you feel complete, and if you want to give him any more hugs or fist bumps.
Feel complete. Thank you, Jennifer.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jay. Okay, so I want you to find your way back to this present moment.
Go check the description, and follow both of us if you don't follow one of us, and hit that like button. Share this out with someone who maybe saw the Disclosure movie and might be open to some additional intel, some different takes, different perspectives. And yeah, see you all in the next one.
See you in the next one. Absolutely. Lots of love for now.